of the sports. There's a top 25 college football teams have been ranked and put out. 9 of the top 25 will not be playing this fall. They will be set to play in the spring. Ohio State, they're at number 2. Will they lose that number 2 spot when they play 0 games and other people play at least 1 game? TBD. Let's look forward to these rankings.
Where are they on the next poll? When the next poll that comes out, does Ohio State drop to like 7 because they're 4 games? They haven't played 4 games like everybody else?
Or do they have like a top 25 poll with like parentheses next to teams? Like, you know what I mean? Like Clemson at 1. Okay, Clemson wins the first game. They'll stay at 1. Number 2, okay, we got North Dakota State because they blew out Central Arkansas. They played 1 game. But in parentheses, previous Ohio State, they are not currently playing. We do not know how team is playing. Is that just how every top 25 is going to be? It's going to be like, okay, Oklahoma's here, LSU's here. At 7 is now Florida, but it might be Penn State if they were to play. We haven't gotten footage from their practice film, but we think they're still playing good. There's going to have to be all of that. I like the fact, though, that whoever did this was like, yeah, we'll rank these fucking players right now if we have to. We don't know if any of them are going to play. We have no idea if they're going to play each other, how that's going to work, but we'll rank them if you need us to, for sure.
Well, didn't the playoff committee put out a thing, like the plans for the college football playoffs?
No, what is it?
Zito, did you see that? You have a graphic of it?
Zito definitely didn't see it. Diggs?
I don't know. I didn't get to look at the graphic as much, but they have a plan in place for how the playoffs are going to run.
When's it going to run? In the spring after everybody plays?
No, after this fall season.
Regular schedule.
Oh, so there's a fall champion and a spring champion, and then you get a chance to play them? Is that how it's going to – we're talking to Eddie George earlier, who's like, is there going to be a Heisman for the fall schedule and then a Heisman for the spring schedule? Like, how are you going to do any of this stuff for 10 years down the road when you look back on it? I don't know how any of it's going to work.
I mean, don't you think the spring season's just not going to happen?
You think the fall season's going to happen?
Oh, yeah, maybe. I think the fall season will happen for the people that are planning on playing right now. You can't have so does this year have 2 national champions? Is that what you're saying if they do play in the spring?
Well, I mean, maybe the fall team just has to stay in shape until, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Get that team ready. Only allowed to play certain
in
players.
The locker room, whoever, okay, let's say Clemson wins it all, the fall national championship, and Dabo's like, hey, guys, great job. We enjoyed this one for 24 hours, but then we'll be in tomorrow. Inside run starts at 9 a.m., team at 11 p.m., and we just got 3 or 4 months of just practicing pads and try to just stay ready, try to stay sharp because we got to take on whoever the spring champion.
Listen, we got to get ready for that Big Ten Pac-12 champion that's coming in 4 or 5 months from now. We got to stay in shape, okay? We're only allowed to play a certain amount of players because they could probably bring in another class and learn an entirely new offense. I don't know how it's all going to work. It's just going to be one big asterisk, I guess. There'll be a spring champion and a fall champion.
The only thing I'm seeing is that the playoff selection committee announced the rankings release dates. Like the final ranking release date will be December 20th.
Oh, we need those, by the way.
The committee chair is the AD of Iowa, so that's kind of funny.
Oh,
Gary Barta.
Oh,
Gary.
He's not going to be happy. What if he just ranks everybody terribly?
He should.
Yeah, these teams stink. I mean, these are the top 4 teams. Allegedly, Iowa was going to have a hot year. Like, imagine if everything rollout is like allegedly. You think fall schedule is going to happen for college football, huh? Kirk Herbstreit, a friend of ours, was not very positive about it. And I feel like he talks to a lot of people that know stuff. I just feel like that happens. He was not very positive on this fall schedule working out. I don't know who he's talking to, how it works out. But if you think about what COVID's probably going to do on these universities, it's going to be difficult, I think, to continue this thing. And you got to get every college football player to maintain a disciplined self-quarantine so they don't potentially pick it up from anybody so it doesn't spread throughout the entire locker room. I'm hoping it happens. I am very much hoping it happens. But, boy, it feels like that's going to be difficult to pull off. It's going to be 17-year-old kids.
We're August 25th. When's the first game supposed to happen in college?
September 21st?
21st is when Clemson goes back to campus. I think 26th was the first game.
Okay, September 26th. So we're 1 month out, basically. A month and a day.
Does it help?
I thought somebody was going to play earlier than that.
Well, I think the SEC delayed until the September 26th, and they're the only ones left, right? The SEC, the ACC, and the Big 12 are probably all thinking about doing the same thing. What's up, Dick?
There are games on September 5th.
Really? Who?
Wow.
Is the American Conference playing?
They are. Memphis is supposed to have a game on September 5th. SMU, like those schools.
The American Conference is playing?
BYU Navy plays on Monday, September
Conference
7th.
USA is
What?
playing, Pat.
Shout out to the American Conference. I got a chance to see a lot of them play on Thursday Night Football last year, and I follow a couple of the coaches. The SMU coach, one of the SMU coaches tweeted out, I don't know about y'all, but we playing football this fall. such a good recruiting tool. Cincinnati's playing, Ohio State can't. That is awesome. That's like Pitt can play, Penn State can't.
Yeah.
I mean, Temple's playing, Pitt's playing, Penn State can't. What a wild time to be alive right now.
It looks like the first full schedule is Saturday, September 12th.
Let's go. We're
right around the corner.
We are close to.
I'm much more optimistic now, August 25th, than I was August 1st on college football actually going forward.
How upset is the Big Ten right now, all their fans, knowing that, listen, what we just said there, Cincinnati's playing, Ohio State is not. Pitt's playing, Temple's playing, Penn State's not playing. I assume there's like a Northern Iowa that's probably playing.
Iowa State. Iowa's not.
Iowa State. Oh, the Big Ten is going to be so mad. Watching the fans this fall is going to be awesome.
Watch them on Twitter. Watch the Big Ten fans on Twitter. You'll see it, Pat. Like, they're going after individual people. Obviously, we know they stood outside. Multiple parents got together, stood outside like the Big Ten offices trying to talk to Kevin Warren in Chicago. But now, it's so funny reading stuff. You know who I see it from? Our boy, Bobby.
Bobby
My
Carter.
buddy Bobby goes at people hard on Twitter.
Oh, yeah.
Bobby's
Bobby
the
highlighter.
Bobby's potentially the face of the Big Ten upset fan.
He's the general.
He puts up like he'll put up a list of numbers of like senators and Congress people where you could call in and complain and say, hey, you can do whatever you want to the ADs. Like, he'll put their numbers up where you could call their offices and file your complaint, I guess.
Keep going,
I think
Bob.
now they're going after the Michigan AD. The Michigan AD, or one of them was like the lone AD that was against playing this fall, or maybe the Michigan president. I don't know who it was, but I know they're figuring out who doesn't want to play in the Big Ten or who was against it.
my God.
Now people are going to go after them.
It's like unmasking. They're unmasking all the negative.
Keep going, Bobby.
Bobo Carpenter.
Bob Snowden,
Bob Snowden.
No.
basically.
Cincinnati in the top 20, by the way. I'm happy for
Oh,
them.
yeah.
Hey,
Good team.
that's your guy, isn't it? That's one of your guys.
Yeah, Luke Fickley is my linebacker coach. He's the head coach. Their D coordinator I played with at Ohio State, Marcus Freeman. They're good. They're like a legit football team. Like, Luke's had offers. Luke could have gone,
Michigan
taken other
State.
jobs, but I think he really likes it there. And he's been getting some players.
Allegedly, Michigan State, West Virginia, allegedly at one point was interested, and he has refused. He has stayed at the state of Cincinnati. And that team, when we went to their training camp, that team was ready. And they had an offensive lineman that transferred in from Michigan that somehow wasn't allowed to play. He's like one of the top guys maybe in the country. So that team's only going to get better. And that quarterback was what, a freshman last year, or a sophomore last year. They're going to be good. Cincinnati's going to be good. But I find it very interesting that these smaller conferences have been able to figure it out. In the Big Ten that has millions of dollars weren't able to figure it out. Good for the American Conference. I did not know they were playing. That is, I saw that tweet from that SMU coach, and I was like, what's that? What's this guy even say? Are they playing like scrimmages? And it's like, no. We are playing. Here's Bobo Carpenter. If you're a fan of the Big Ten, we need everyone. You can complain or you can contact the university presidents, voice your concerns. The contact info you need for every campus leader. I even split it east and west. I made it as easy as you possibly could make it. Here's emails. Here's phone numbers. You fucking let them have it, is what Bobo Carpenter said. I respect it. It's going to be tough if all these conferences are playing and we have a full slate of games coming up, and what Ohio State fans who live with that are just sitting there at their houses like, are you?
Oh, man.
Are you? Oh, Kevin Warren. Kevin Warren. It is going to be insane this fall. I'll be excited to see if they finish the season. I would assume that was what the Big Ten and the Pac-12 were talking about. Like, might be able to get a game or two. Will we be able to finish it? If they are, this is going to be outstanding to watch just from a dramatic and controversy standpoint, and also recruiting. Think about Cincinnati recruiting the same players as Ohio State potentially and saying, hey, listen, we understand that Ohio State's this big operation. They're awesome. They're everything. And Luke Fickell would be like, I coached there for a long time, played there. I know all that. But they don't even like football. They don't even play up there. Nope. Here at Cincinnati, we play football. That is going to be used against the Big Ten coaches in recruiting for probably the next 10 years, if I had to guess.
It's probably too late for them to go back on this now, too, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's over and done with. There's nothing they're going to do to save this.
Oh, that's awesome.
Not now. There was a little hope last week, I think, that they were going to overturn it or they were going to figure it out. But I don't think now. I don't feel like there's any hope.
That letter came out, and he was like, nope, not happening.
Well, Bobby Carpenter redlined it, too. I mean,
Yeah.